There's a music genre that's seen more growth in the last few years than any other genre. There's no concerts, no pop stars, and it's only ever charted once in history. I'm of course talking about Lo-Fi, a music genre characterized by its relaxed tempo, crackling vinyl sounds, and smooth jazz influences that offers a calming backdrop for everyday activities. The name literally stemming from low fidelity, the genre by nature isn't supposed to sound perfect. It has flaws, it's repetitive, but it's relatable. Lo-Fi's roots originate all the way back in the 90s when producers and rappers like J Dilla would flip samples. Sampling refers to the practice of taking a portion of an existing audio and reworking it to incorporate it into your own song. For example, when I play the song Someone Saved My Life Tonight by Elton John, there's a good chance he's not even the first person you think of when you hear it. That's because 32 years later, after its release, Kanye sampled it for his song Good Morning. Good morning. Sampling doesn't even have to be a song. For example, this clip from the Jamie Foxx show.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
Your mind probably instantly thinks of the producer tag for Pierre Bourne. Lo-Fi was built around samples, and it shows. A lot of the biggest tracks in that genre are just remixes of other songs or soundtracks. Japanese culture is also immensely tied to lo-fi.
It's gone from onto the lo-fi streams now across YouTube. Our stream and other streams, they have the Study Girl based on Ghibli and other kind of anime.
Pioneered by artists like Nujabez, who created the soundtrack for the 2004 anime show Samurai Champloo, helped create that link between the music and the art form, a bond that still exists today as almost every visual paired with lo-fi beats are anime related. But there's a reason for the explosive success that lo-fi has seen, and it's because it's a mix of everything. So many genres, samples from across the world. Lo-fi is quite literally the definition of music being a universal language. It encapsulates you, blending your mind into the world around you, so much so that it becomes more than music. It's the soundtrack of your life, or at least whatever task you're doing. There's no lyrics, and most of the time you aren't paying much attention to it, to the point where you might even forget it's there. And that's where the beauty of lo-fi shines. With every other style of music, there's always two sides. Take modern day hip hop and country music. There's a very small percentage that bleed into both categories, but you don't see that with lo-fi. The genre has no discrimination, from an adolescent kid working on his homework to an old man reading his emails at a desk. The art is consumed by all because it's relatable to all. Whereas a country song may be about life in an isolated countryside, and an R&B song being about a more complicated relationship, lo-fi is just about being human. Instead of lyrics, the track is infused with sounds of a thunderstorm, or a faint ambiance of a bustling coffee shop. Things we as humans all have experienced, despite different upbringings. In the last few years, the lo-fi music surge has reached heights it never has before, with the genre seeing 200% more streams just this year alone. And when you look at the reasons why it's become so popular, it won't come as much of a surprise. Firstly, the quality. Since the music isn't supposed to be high quality sounding, it's empowered a whole new generation of artists to experiment with the sound because they can easily replicate it from the comfort of their own home. There's no need for $1 million studio or a piano, and nowadays you can even make it on your phone without a computer. Next is YouTube. YouTube has played a significant role in lo-fi's history due to the mass amount of channels on the platform curating and promoting that style of music. The most popular being Lo-Fi Girl, a YouTube channel you might know for their continuous live stream of lo-fi music. The stream is one of YouTube's most popular places to go for people when they want to listen to relaxing music while studying or working. And the stream's live chat has become a giant anonymized worldwide study group, always reminding each other to take breaks and drink water. The channel has become so successful that it now has turned into a full-blown music label with over 300 artists signed. And most people never think about it, but YouTube is technically the largest music streaming platform, even above Spotify and Apple Music. In the last 3 years, YouTube has gained another 400 million users, putting them at just under 3 billion total in 2023. That's nearly 5 times the users on Spotify and Apple Music combined. And finally, pop culture. Lo-fi has always seen a small yet consistent growth over time, but it wasn't until 2017 did it really kickstart and take off. And released in that year was an album 17 by XXXTentaction. Now, X never made a lo-fi song, but he introduced the mainstream to raw sounding music that was perfectly imperfect, and not long after that would come the release and the phenomenon of TikTok, both of which going hand in hand in promoting candid music made by people in their bedroom. But the moment of no return for lo-fi was of course 2020.
China has identified the cause of the mysterious new virus.
Coronavirus.
There are fears a rapidly spreading virus has reached Australia.
This is a rapidly emerging situation where there is not a cause for alarm.
With everyone at a standstill and people working from home, lo-fi became the world's lullaby. Its unobtrusive yet evocative presence made it the go-to soundtrack for relaxation from home working and creating a calming ambiance to drown out all the noise. And it's continued to do just that, because regardless of situation, age, or where you come from, when you're in that live stream or listening to that playlist, we all share a common connection in that moment: the music.